Welcome back. Welcome back. I am your host, Peaches for Peach Talk. With me today, I have LV, also known as Urban God on IG. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain.
That's good. That's good. So, of course, with the business spotlights, we like to try to showcase businesses and just kind of let people know a little bit about who you are and the person behind your brand. So, if you feel like it, just tell people a little bit about yourself, like age, city, where you from, all those things.
Okay, so my name is LV. I go by the name Urban underscore guys on Instagram. Originally from Decatur, Georgia, East Side, born and raised. I'm here to showcase my jewelry line and you know, introduce my product to the world.
Okay, that's what's up. So, as far as how long have you been on your entrepreneurship journey?
I've always had an entrepreneur mind state, but as far as this particular business, I want to say I'm going on 5 years, maybe July, 5 years.
Okay, cool. All right, that's what's up. So what made you decide that entrepreneurship was the right choice for you?
Um, just the control, to be in control, and I always felt like the best business model is to have a passion and figure out a way to monetize your passion. So with that, to me, entrepreneur it just came natural to me.
Okay, that's what's up. So, I know sometimes with these journeys, some people don't have a lot of help or support from other family members or friends. Did you have help along the way with your entrepreneurship journey, or was it like more trial and error for you? What were some moments that you've had throughout your journey?
Um, Definitely didn't have any help starting off in the beginning. And I get it, it was my vision, my goal. So I had to put forth the effort. Trials and tribulations, I would say I literally had to just understand business, understand marketing. The hardest thing was once you create a product that you can stand on, stamp your name to it, and the quality is there. The hardest thing was marketing, understanding how you get people to know that I have this, and fine tuning into marketing to the people who are interested in the product that I had for sale. So that's basically some of the difficulties that I ran into in the beginning.
Okay. And I know that also being an entrepreneur can weigh heavy on time restraints as far as like spending time with family and things like that. Um, so, how does your entrepreneurship or being an entrepreneur affect you and your family in positive ways?
I mean, overall, I would say it just feels good to um, have a dream or goal and actually watching it materialize into an actual thing and getting the support of your peers and just customers and clients. Overall, I mean, it's an uplifting thing. So that literally transitions into family as far as being able. I mean, when you're happy, it radiates, and they're gonna see the difference. And
Right.
when the dreams unfolding in front of you, you're kind of like, okay, I like this, and
Right. And I do understand. Don't you have a daughter, right?
correct.
Yeah, so I know that with me also being a parent, it also teaches our children that there are more than one way to earn money and also to be your own boss. So I know it also can, provide an encouraging path for them to say, okay, you know what, I see my dad doing this thing, I can do this too. So I'm sure that it has a positive effect on how your daughter views entrepreneurship and business as well.
Definitely. I think I'm more of, I let her understand that I'm okay with, if you decide you want to get a job, but don't feel like that's the only option.
Right.
You literally create, because the way society is set up, it's set up to make workers.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at like the way taxes and finances is set up, it's more geared towards entrepreneurs.
Business.
When you look at like write-offs, when you look at just how the whole system is set up,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's more geared to entrepreneurs. So I also want to instill in her that you can literally create a product or a service and start your own business.
Right. And that's dope. It's always good to show our up and coming youth that there are always other avenues where they can make money. So, what has been some challenges you faced just getting your business off the ground?
Whew, where do I start? So first of all, I would say it was finding vendors
Hmm.
that can, because I ran into two challenges. Challenge number one was um, quality, and it was basically a balance between like how fast I can get my product and cost. So if you want your product like really, really fast, because of course I order in bulk. So to get it really fast, it's gonna be the price goes up. And if it's one of those, I'm trying to break this down as easy as possible. So it was either it's balancing cost and speed.
Hmm.
So once I built relationships with certain vendors, then I was able to get the product at the cost I wanted it at, and also get it as fast as I needed it, if that makes sense.
Okay, that's what's up. So did you I know with time, especially when people are placing their orders, that
Mhm.
comes into play when knowing how fast you got to get a product out. So what was a way that you were able, well, ways that you were able to overcome that challenge as far as being able to differentiate what would be best for your business as far as getting product and demand, supply and demand, basically.
I would say just those networking and just those
Okay.
relationships. Certain vendors, the way we do business is they guarantee that they can have my bulk shipment to me within a certain time frame, and
Mhm.
the quality is to my expectation. So once I was able to establish that, it trickles down to my customers, because now my turnaround time is like, I literally, of course, I can't really dictate what shipping is going to do, but
Mhm.
as far as on my end, I literally want a 24-hour turnaround period. From the time a order hits, I want to be able to at least have it shipped out within 24 hours. Um,
Okay.
yeah, so, and that took time. It just took time to be able to organize and make sure that the product is at the highest quality and is going to get to the customer as fast as possible.
Okay, that's what's up. So now I know that with a lot of people, once they, and you said you've been in your business for 5 years, and I know that when the pandemic hit, a lot of people took a blow to their businesses. So, did the pandemic affect your business in any way? And if so, how were you able to overcome those pitfalls?
So it definitely did. I want to say I was about 2 years in, and business was booming. And how I was able to structure things was I had vendors, places where I could market my product in person, salons, barbershops, and just people that I built relationships with. So that was only like, I would say that was about maybe 70% of my marketing was
Mhm.
literally in your face, showcasing the product. Online was about 30%. And I literally had to shift from
Everything has to go opposite.
everything had to go on. So like marketing strategies, just understanding how do I transition from being able to showcase this product to an online market. You know,
Mhm.
it was challenging, but I definitely adapted, and I actually kind of look at it as it was a necessary for me to put forth the effort to really boost my website and market just to our online audience.
Yeah, I know for especially now, even I know even before the pandemic, people were shopping online, but even more so now than ever, people are still like, and I know that it's gotten even worse because, now that people have been spoiled with things just being delivered to their door, everything is more digital now. And, people are starting to order online more so than actually walking into a store or actually being in person with people.
Mm,
So I know that, digital marketing definitely has a huge role now more so than ever.
truth. I agree. I think once you understand, because again, the key is marketing. Like you
Right.
can have a website and if no one knows about it or knows how to get to it, it's just sitting there stagnant. And it could
Right.
be products that people want, but they simply just don't know it even exists.
True.
So that's where marketing comes in to where like I literally had to understand work Instagram and figure out hashtags and understanding that people follow people, they don't follow things per se.
Mhm.
So, once you put yourself out there, people are going to take a liking to you and then they're going to say, well, what does this guy have going on?
Right.
And then, so it's just understanding the tools and marketing. A lot of it now, I would say, is free. Instagram is free.
Very
Like,
much so.
if someone, I'm just gonna be honest. If they have 5, 10,000 followers on Instagram and you're not pushing a product or service, I mean, that's crazy to me.
Yeah. And I like how what you were saying as far as being able to show the person behind the product, and that's really also why I started this platform was because we needed to start showcasing more Black-owned businesses and giving people a little bit about the owners behind the products. A lot of times people will just look at something and they'll just bypass it, but once they have a personal relationship or at least some personal knowledge as to who the owner is, they'll be more likely to partake in the products that you guys have available. So, kudos to you for starting this entrepreneurship and sticking with it because, a lot of people will give up. Um, and I do know that sometimes it can also be a hindrance on your personal time. So, how do you create time in your personal life as far as being an entrepreneur and things like that?
Um, well, I understood that life is a battle between time and money. Uh,
Mhm.
so it's just literally in the beginning I was that's just me. I'm like when I'm like locked in on something, I'm locked in on something. So in the beginning, it definitely took a toll on my personal life,
Hmm.
because I was so passionate about, just be, you see yourself as this big brand,
Right.
branding. Like it takes work. But now I would say things have, I have like a very steady client base, and
Hmm.
like customers. Like I've done the foundation, laid the foundation. So now things have gotten easier, but it's still a balance between
Right.
personal time, business, money and time. It's just one of those things where I think, how they say, a man with a lot of time has no money, and a man with a lot of money has no time.
Right.
So, it's that middle ground.
Yeah. And it's always about balance because, you don't want to get so consumed with business that you don't even take a break for yourself either. Because that's very important. I always tell people, if I'm not any good to myself, how am I going to be any good to you? So that is very important to also take that time to kind of like separate yourself from the business, just to even, decompress yourself, because the last thing you want to do is to stress yourself out for one, but to also take it out on the people around you, especially those who are loving and supporting of you. So you want to make sure that at all times that you also make that time for yourself, and that's the biggest thing that I have to say about, entrepreneurship. What is some advice that you would give to future entrepreneurs that want to go into your line of business?
I would say, jump right in it. Like, literally, just if you have a passion, a vision, or a goal, um, jump right in it. It's going to be trials and tribulations. Everything may not work out as smooth as you want it to do,
Hmm.
but when it pays off, it pays off. Like, um, you can, like, things just take off when God sets, the right pace. It just takes off on its own. So I would say, entrepreneur to me ship is just it's just been a blessing, all around blessing. Just being in control, taking charge. A job is good, a job is safe. But entrepreneur is one of those things where you can literally make your brand your baby,
Hmm.
push it as hard as you want to. So I say go for it.
Okay, that's what's up. So what are some things that you enjoy doing outside of your business, outside of work? What are some things you enjoy doing?
I love traveling.
Okay.
Yeah, it's something about a nice warm beach, some margaritas,
Right.
uh, kicking it. Like, I just love traveling. I love seeing the world. I love experiencing different cultures, different foods. So I would say that's my new found love and hobby. Just
Okay.
traveling the world. I want to be able to touch down on just about every country in the world.
That's what's up. Okay, yeah, and it's always good to broaden your horizons as far as and culture, just learning about the new cultures and other cultures and things like that. So it's awesome. Um, do you think that you've mastered your craft in your business, or do you think that there is room for growth or improvement?
Um, I think there's always room for growth. Only thing that stops growing is something that's dead. So, yeah, there's always room for growth. I think that I've gotten to the quality of product that I like. Sometimes I'm amazed, when I'm out and about and I see somebody wearing something and I've never met them, and I'm like, dang, that, yeah, I made that.
That's
Like,
what's up.
yeah. Or if I see, like, on TV and I'm looking like, is that? Yeah, I definitely made that. So I love it. I mean, it's just my passion. I've always been into fashion. So when I was given the opportunity to create something that I thought was unique, I
Hmm.
took on it and I just took my time and figured out a way to monetize it.
That's what's up.
It's almost like it's therapeutic to me.
Yeah, and that's always I think there is some type of saying that if you do the thing that you love most, you'll never work another day in your life. And so that's just one thing about when you take a passion or a hobby or something that you enjoy doing and you're constantly working at it, it doesn't feel like work. It's just a sense of therapy, because there are other things like aside from, and I tell people all the time, podcasting actually was not my first it's pretty much outside of my comfort zone a little bit. And most people that see my social media and things like that, they think that, oh, she's extroverted and bubbly, and really it's the complete opposite.
Mhm.
So but I will say that even with podcasting, I do other projects that is a sense of therapy for me. So it's always good to be able to tap into those talents, into those avenues where it just is something that you enjoy doing, but it doesn't feel like it's work at all. So,
I always say true success is when you're making money doing something that you love doing or that you was going to be doing anyway.
true, very true. So, how are some ways that you stay motivated?
Um, I have a vision of um where I want to be within like I literally have a vision board of like 10 years, 5 years, next year.
Mm.
So with that vision, I understand that this is where I want to be and this is where I'm at. So I have to do the middle steps, which is the work
Mhm.
that is going to take me to where I want to be. So that's really my motivation. My motivation is just putting in the work. It's work. It's not going to be easy. Everybody sees end results, uh the success or whatever, but they don't see the long nights, they don't see the no's,
Right.
they don't see the uh losses, like. So you just got to stay motivated, stay grounded, and just push forward that effort.
You're right. Okay. So are you going to offer any other services or other things with your line, or is it pretty much um kind of where you are right now?
So I started off with the stone bracelets, all the
Okay.
different stones, the jades, the hematites, the tiger eyes, just really solid stone bracelets. And as of recently, I've transitioned into stone necklaces. So
Okay. Okay.
I have the copper wrapped, like this is a opalite. We got the copper wrapped. Hold on. Like this is a tiger's eye. Um,
Okay.
this is opalite. Um, so I'm just I'm a person where I like to master um one thing. Like I literally
Mhm.
move one thing at a time. So I
Okay.
master one thing. Once I master it and have it up and running, then I slowly transition into other things. So now I'm slowly transitioning into the stone necklaces. And yeah, I mean, I've the feedback's been amazing. So I mean, I'm just blessed. I'm just happy.
That's awesome. Okay, so we're kind of coming towards the end of our interview. However, I do want people to know where they can find you. And also for the viewers, just to let you guys know, we will have his all his contact information in the description of this video once we're done. Also, before you let people know where they can find you, we do have one question. It says, he said, how did you build your network?
Starting off, I'm from Decatur, so I literally would walk in salons, barbershops, speak to the owners, shake their hands, and let them know, hey, I have a product, and if you can, if I can come through and showcase my product, I would really appreciate it. And I started off just building, relationships just off the ground, walking in. This was pre-pandemic.
Hmm.
Now online, Instagram, I literally had to learn hashtags. I can't stress enough hashtags. Um, Literally understand that how do you get people's attention? Because once you get people's attention, then it's a, well, okay, what does he have going on? Oh, those are nice. And
Right.
so that's basically how I just started networking, just hitting the ground, man, shaking hands and talking, and I'm kind of introvert. So I had to pull myself out of my shell and
Mm.
you know
Right. I know. I know the feeling because I actually am an introvert.
uh,
I get most of my recharge in isolation. I don't have to be around a big crowd of people. So this platform, along with other social media platforms, is very much so outside of my comfort zone. However, I do enjoy making other people laugh and entertaining other people and making sure that everybody has a good day. So that's just one part of the reason why I like doing this.
mhm,
Um, so I can definitely understand having to, like, especially even when it comes to networking, like actually talking to people, like, social media has been a great avenue as far as getting billboards up and things like that. And so I've met like individuals that who are also entrepreneurs as well,
mhm,
but also owners of big advertisements. So, a lot of that comes from actually just getting to know people. And that's again why people will invest in you, is once they get to know you, they see, okay, you know what? This individual really has ambition about themselves.
mhm.
I want to be a part of this.
Exactly. Yep.
So, but yeah, so please tell people where they can find you. Also, any websites that you have available. Let the people know where they can find your products.
Okay. So a real easy way to get to my website would be urban URBAN underscore gods GODS on Instagram. Once you go to my profile, I do have a link in my bio that'll take you directly to my website. Um, Now, also, you can go directly to my website. It's www.urbanguides.bigcartel.com. That's urbanguides.bigcartel.com. Look forward to building relationships and, you know, new customers, new clients. I love it.
That's what's up. And for those of you who are new to this, or rather those who have viewed other shows in the past, LV has also been featured on one of our Pillow Talks, and he will actually be back for future shows. So just make sure y'all check him out. He is a dope entrepreneur, and I'm very proud of you for what you're doing. And I just say keep the motivation, keep going. Um,
Too.
Thank you, thank you. So for those who have viewed today, thank you so much for viewing. And of course, as always, you guys, y'all stay sweet.